Hi, it's me Tina Amir and welcome to my channel. So for today we're gonna learn about culture shock part 2 or in Malay, kejutan budaya. But before I begin for this video, I'm just going to use informal pronunciation. For those of you who still not clear yet what is informal pronunciation, please watch my number 53 video which is about confusing pronunciation. So culture shock in Malay is kejutan budaya and this is part 2. So let's begin. Number 1, take off your shoes, slippers when you enter someone's house or office. In Malay, take off menanggalkan kasut atau selipar ketika atau apabila kamu memasuki rumah seseorang atau pejabat seseorang. But that is formal Malay. But for speaking, we just say tanggalkan, take off, kasut, slipper, bila, when. Actually, it's apabila. But then for speaking, we just like to shorten it to bila. Bila masuk instead of memasuki. Bila masuk rumah orang, rumah is house, orang is people, atau pejabat orang. Pejabat is office. So this is something really important, especially if someone invite you over to their house. And I know in certain culture, you feel so comfortable just to wear slippers or shoes inside the house, and it's nothing wrong with it. But in our culture, that's like a really big crime. You can really offend people with this wrong step. Basically, the reason is, as for Muslim, we pray on our floor, so we need to keep it clean. And the shoes or slippers from outside, as you see, the ground here is not so clean. Sometimes there's cats poops, sometimes there's dogs poops, and not to mention the pee. So it's really something unclear what's outside, what's on the ground. So when you enter with that dirty shoe, and that is just not the environment for praying. So that's basically about it. And even if somebody's don't pray in that area, we anyway prefer to keep it away from the outside dirt. So that's why there's no shoes or slippers when you enter someone's house. In fact, they will show you where you can take off your shoes and put it on the proper place. Second one, be comfortable to do everything with hands. Selesakan diri untuk melakukan segala-galanya dengan tangan. But that's formal Malay. For speaking, we just say selesakan diri, buat semua dengan tangan. That's basically for speaking. Normally, we just say like that. Okay, if you watch my toilet video or bathroom video, I've mentioned there about how we actually clean our genitalia and our anus with hands. And it's not both of the hands. We really use for that purpose left hand. So left hands really reserved for toilet purpose. And right hands for eating. Not only for eating, when you wanted to hand in to somebody something or take from somebody something, then you must also use your right hand. If you accidentally forgot, or if you have full hands of right hands and only your left hand is available, you may take from the left hand, but make sure you say, I'm sorry, okay, tangan kiri. So kiri is left, tangan is hand. So maaf ya, tangan kiri. Or just say sorry ya, tangan kiri. So they will understand. But if you just without have any conscience that it is wrong and you just take something with your left hand, that is considered rude. So always remember, right hands for anything and left hand reserved for toilet. So right hand is tangan kanan, tangan kanan. When I say be comfortable to do everything with hands, including when you eat, as you can see, we eat with hands. But for politeness, we know how to differentiate people who is proper when they're eating and someone who is not proper when they're eating. So make sure if you are outside or you have guests at home, or basically you are a guest to somebody's home, then make sure if you eat with your hand like this, you cannot be so sloppy like all your food go up to your fingers until your wrist. Okay, you have to avoid that. For people who are very proper here, that rice or gravy not more than this. Okay, so if you have ring, your ring still can be kept clean just like before you eating. So make sure like this. And how we actually push that food into our mouth, we push it with this finger, with our thumbs. Okay, so it will enter our mouth. So we don't put like this, okay, into our mouth. That is considered not proper. If people see you like that, they might think you are super hungry. So to be proper, if you attend wedding or something and you need to eat, if you really want to be adventurous and use your hand, make sure it's like this. And like this, push it. Okay, that's about hands. Third one is be careful with greetings. Not everyone okay with shake hands and hugs. Okay, be careful, berhati-hati. But that is formal Malay. For speaking, we just say hati-hati. With is dengan, not is bukan. Here, bukan everyone, bukan semua orang okay dengan shake hands is in proper formal Malay is berjabat tangan. But nobody say like that. We all say salam. Okay, salam. Salam is shake hands here and dan hugs is peluk. As for Muslims, we are not allowed to be in contact, especially with skin to skin, somebody who is we call as bukan mahram. So this person in an easy language, this person we can get married with. If you watch my video about cultural sensitivity and job interviews, I explain really long about shake hands. For Muslim, because here is free country, you don't know how much people practice because this is like personal thing. Basically, greeting is really something really basic. You cannot judge, oh, this one, not that religious. Okay, so this person must be okay with shake hands. No, you cannot judge like that because sometimes even if somebody covered or not covered, that's not going to determine they will shake hands or not. To be on the safe side, because you don't want to offend anyone, you just bow or put your hand on your chest and bow as a sign of respect. In case if that person give you hands, means she or he doesn't mind about it, then it's okay. Then you can take the hands if your culture allow you to do so. But in case if they're not, and you also, please don't start it. Especially with Muslims, please don't start it and give your hands to them. Otherwise, you will offend them very much. Even if you don't offend them, but they will feel like, OMG, should I take the hand or not? It will be something like in dilemma for them and it's not good because maybe other time they will avoid you just because of this thing. So to be on the safe side, just bow down and put your hand on your chest with different gender. Maybe if you're from that culture who is open, for you is something, why have to be bothered with shake hands, right? But we live in this world with so many mentalities. Sometimes we have to understand that not everyone think like us and that is normal. To make things simple to understand, Islam is strict religion. So basically the theory is, the understanding is, it's not about you are forbidden to open the door. You're not even allowed to knock the door. And don't even think to knock the door, something like that. That's the idea. So maybe with small touch also can create certain feelings in somebody else's mind. We never know that. So that's why it's not allowed for us. However, don't feel weird if you go to hospital and that doctor seems religious but then they touch you. And for that kind of purpose, it is allowed. Okay, now we move on to the next point, which is rental problem. Okay, masalah berkaitan dengan penyewaan. In terms of sewa rumah. Masalah dengan sewa rumah. Okay, I have to be honest here. Even we are multiracial country and with many races living together since long time ago, but there's still element of racism at a very low level. I won't say it's a big thing. There's no bad things like people kill each other these days because of different races or different religions. But somehow for renting a house, sometimes these landlords prefer to have someone's, their races or their religion to rent their house. So even if you are a good person from your race, but If they don't like your race that much, then they will immediately turn you down. But it's understandable in certain cases, and sometimes you have to understand also, we live under somebody else's shadow. So if our races do bad things to someone, and that person only know a few people of our races, and they know them with the bad behaviors, even we don't do the same thing, but they will also treat us with that kind of impression. So this is something unavoidable, because once bitten, twice shy. Okay, that's about landlord and races. And then about contract. It has its pros and cons. When it's about contract, then the house owner cannot cheat your money, and they definitely will give you back your money on time, your deposit. Normally here like 3 months deposit if on contract. But if without contract, sometimes you can nego. The landlord can offer you with less deposit. But somehow, if you get good landlord, then everything is fine. He will settle everything for you. And then if you also a good person who rent this landlord house, then both of you won't make troubles. But in case if landlord also not okay, if any damage to the house they won't fix, then it will be really problem for you to stay in the contract house. Because you anyway have to obey the contract, because you need to get your deposit money. Maybe it's big money, but at the same time, you have to withstand all this inconvenience in your rental home. And that's about contract. To be on the safe side, it's always better for you to ask people, anyone you know, maybe the best agent who is responsible, for them to introduce to you the nice landlord. Okay, that's about rental problem. Next is number 5, lies. If you watch my video about time, then I explain to you about we have something like Malaysian times, which people not really punctual, but not everyone. If you think everyone like that, and let's say you have meeting with someone who is punctual, and that's kind of offensive. So this kind of thing you really need to know people. Once you know that individual, then you know the punctuality, either this person Malaysian time or not. And same goes with promise. And regarding lies or penipuan, from the root word tipu, regarding lies, sometimes people just lie to you just to make you satisfied and not scold them. So they will lie to make things calm, and they don't have to quarrel with you, and you don't have to quarrel with them. But of course, once you find out about it, you will feel very, very angry. You have to understand also, this is regarding our upbringing. Sometimes our elders super fierce. Some of us may be being brought up like so much scolding or so much abuse, so much physical abuse. That's what we call it now. But for these parents, it's not like that. But somehow, as these child grow up, either when they become adult, they will agree how their parents raised them, because they've been brainwashed already. It's okay, abuse, for people to behave better. They will have that kind of mentality. But also another sad thing is, when they were young, they used to lie because they don't want parents to scold them. Once you're young and you get used to it, then you get used to it until you are adult. And that's how it's easy for certain people to lie. If you are here and you want to avoid this Malaysian time, the not punctuality and break the promise thing, if you don't want to have so much headache about it, then make sure you also be flexible with your plan and not just trust people 100% unless it's proven. So if someone say this and that to you, make sure you confirm it first before you believe it. Well, I guess that's all our culture shock lesson for now. Thank you very much for watching me, and if you like my video, please check out my Patreon page so that I can have more time to make more videos. For those of you who support me through this medium, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And for those of you who's watching me right now, thank you very much. Until we meet again then. Bye!